Yang, 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 yang. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Coach Jones, back up in the gym today, ready to get this working. And we are back in full swing of bulking season, baby. That's right. It's time to put that weight on. It's time to see those strength gains, see that size increase, that muscle size increase, so that we can work towards next summer's beach season, of course. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you guys like the video on the way in. Also, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this work in. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Your boy is gonna come up on some pre-workout soon, but for today, no pre-workout, no problem. Double shot of espresso. Go time, baby! Woo! Splog up. Splog up. Lay. Splog up. Splog up. Splog up. Spink. Splog up. This one's for you. This one's for me. We out.
They say there's a flying car now.
Oh yeah, that's electric. No, the car I mean was 50.
Now, like I was saying earlier, it is that time of the year we change our emphasis, we change our focus, refocus on building up that strength so that we can continue to build that size throughout the winter and build a better, bigger body come next year. So we'll start here with the power movement. For our power movement, what we're going to do today are going to be snatches. So the majority of our workout today is going to be higher intensity, slightly lower volume, okay? But higher intensity is the emphasis here. So we'll start with a snatch, going for 3 reps here, okay? So big, powerful reps. Not really trying to wear down our muscles in this exercise, really just trying to get our muscles firing at the rate that we want them to before we go into our heavy squats. So like I said, 3 reps here, all right? We'll make sure that we hook our grip, big explosion through the hips, and then we'll sit into that squat. Really work on opening those shoulders in our catch. There's 2, one more. Big power through the hips. Open those shoulders in the catch. And there is our set of snatches. So, like I said, we'll keep volume low here today. So we'll only do a few sets of these. We won't go too hard on these. And then we can get into our strength movement of the day, which will be a squat variation. Now we can move on to our strength building exercises for today. And like I said, we're gonna do 2 squat variations today. The first one that we're gonna start with are actually gonna be pause squats. So here we have our squat set up. All right, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna pause at the bottom of our squat for a 2 Mississippi count. So like I said, intensity high, really working time under tension. All right, a little bit lower volume than what we've been doing recently. Nice and light, baby. All the way to the bottom of our depth. Halfway through. Here we go, 3 more. Easy money. Last 2. Last one, strong finish. And there we have our first squat variation of the day. We're going to do a few sets of this, increase the weight, try to increase that intensity a little bit more each and every set. And then we'll move on to our second squat variation of the day. Our second squat variation of the day will actually be seated squats. Now, I love seated squats. Seated squats are something that we don't see as much anymore in training programs. However, if you're really trying to overload the bar, really trying to work that top portion of that squat, really from that amortization phase or that 90-degree knee angle phase to the top of your squat, seated squats are the way to go. So we'll go a little bit heavier here. We'll drop the reps just a little bit. We'll go for 4 reps. All right. Beautiful thing about this is that it mimics the pause squat to where at the bottom of this we stop ourselves completely. Now what I like to do at the bottom of these is completely disengage all of my leg drive. All right, so I like to get a fresh leg drive at the bottom. Some people like to work a little bit more time under tension. We will get to that portion once we start emphasizing our size building a little bit more, but today we're going to emphasize strength building. So I'm going to disengage all my muscles at the bottom of the squat, re-engage them to create that drive to come back up. All right, so again, we're going for a set of 4 here. Here's our good set of 4. Now, that set in particular felt pretty light, so we'll probably jump up in weight a good amount today. We'll work a few sets of this before we move on to our supersets for the day. with our first superset of the day, we are going to do one of my favorite exercises for leg day, which is our RDL. Now we're going to do our RDL slightly different today. Small variation. Again, we're trying to emphasize strength, so we'll do a barbell RDL with elevated toes. All right, elevated toes. Now, with our toes being elevated, we should be able to get a deeper stretch in that hamstring, which means bigger contraction. Bigger stretch, bigger contraction. That essentially equals greater range of motion. All right. Now, the greatest amount of strength that we can build is throughout a wide range of motion. The biggest range of motion that we can create. That's why mobility is super important. That's why if you have tight hamstrings, you need to stretch your hamstrings. Stretching your hamstrings is super important. Making sure that they're loose and keeping your legs healthy and feeling good at all times. So we'll go with a moderate set here. So a set of 10. Nice and easy. We'll put our toes right up on these 5-pound plates and then work that stretch through the hamstring. Here's our 10. Nice and controlled the whole way through. So that felt good. That felt good. Felt really good on my hamstrings. Hamstrings feel nice and engaged. All right, super activated. So now we're going to superset this with another movement, and that movement's going to be right here. Now our superset for the RDLs will take place right here at our back extension bench. And what we're going to do here are going to be glute focused extensions. Okay, so glute focused extensions, that means we're focusing that contraction on our hamstrings, on our glutes at the top of the movements. Now, the way that we do that is when we set up at the top here, we want to start by rounding our back. And once we round our back, this will disengage all of our back muscles. Now when we flex from the hips, okay, all of that movement and all of that strain is going to pass through our glutes and our hamstrings. Okay, so now when I contract and come up, we get a nice tight squeeze on the hamstrings and the glutes at the top, keeping our back out of the movement. So we'll go for a set of 10 here. Big squeeze at the top. And there we have our glute focus back extension. So we'll do a few sets of this superset. Like I said, it's one of my favorite supersets, specifically with the RDLs. The RDLs, the toes are elevated. We're getting that much deeper of a stretch and that much deeper of a contraction. So we'll do a few more sets of this. Then we're on to our last superset of the day. Now, this superset is actually going to be one of my favorite finishers, which is going to be a leg extension walking lunge combo. So we're really trying to pump as much blood into our legs as possible, really trying to toast our legs, get as much out the rest of the workout as we can. So we're going to finish here. We're going to do as many sets as we can until we fail with leg extensions. So we'll go from leg extensions to walking lunges, leg extensions, walking lunges, until we fail in our leg extensions. All right, and now our leg extension volume will be pretty high, so it'll be pretty easy to tell when we actually fail in our leg extension. Okay, so the rep range is going to be from 12 to 15. I'm going to shoot for 15 here. So again, single leg extensions, big squeeze at the top, nice and controlled the whole way through. There we go, last 5. Nice and controlled. There's our 15 on the right. Here we go, 15 on the left here. Same thing, nice and controlled the whole way through. Big squeeze at the top. Last 5. Starting to feel that burn. We want to push through that burn. That's how we get that much stronger and get that much bigger. So there's our set of single leg extensions. Now we could go straight into our walking lunges. On each leg here. And there we have it. There's our walking lunges, our single leg extension superset. Woo! That bad boy wore me out. We'll go get a couple more sets of that in, and then we are good to go for the day. Another beautiful day, another absolutely phenomenal lift. Definitely got some great work in. As you guys can see, my hat is absolutely soaked, but I'm feeling good, feeling great. Definitely got some great leg work in. Got them legs pumped up. I'm excited to continue to build on what we were doing last year. Now, if you didn't on the way in, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, make sure that you guys hit that like button on the way out. Also, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you can get all the latest updates on videos when I post them and new goals when I create them. Now, if you want the full-length version of today's workout, make sure that you guys head on over to my Patreon where you can access all of the full-length versions of the workouts that I do here on YouTube. Last but not least, head on over to Instagram, hit Coach Jones with a follow at Coach Jones _ That is at Coach Jones _ Now, until next time, peace.